Alright, cool. Hey, 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 hey. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Hey guys.
Hi everyone. What you lot saying?
Well, how you doing?
I'm doing well, man. I'm alright today. I'm feeling calm.
Mm.
Feeling blessed. It's early. It's early. It's an early one
It
today.
is
That's what I'm
so
looking
early.
slightly toe up. Slightly. Not all the way up, but slightly.
And that's
But
why
I feel good.
That's why my voice is a little bit deeper because
Sure.
and
That's why.
at this point of the day,
That's why.
but you're still gonna hear the screeches at some point when I get overly excited.
You're.
But yeah, I too am feeling well, feeling blessed,
Oh, I didn't ask.
feeling
Yikes.
sanctified. Do you think that's why when Tyra was saying, and she asked how I was doing, I was just thinking,
We're blessed in the city. Oh, because she asked how you were.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
do I not
been-
ask you how you are?
it's been
More
so
time
long.
you ask how I am.
Yeah. And
Oh,
then
well.
you asked me back. But hey, didn't happen today. But that's fine. It's alright. Lost in your own world.
Sure.
Oh. But sometimes women are lost in their own world. But not this week. It's been the mandem have been taking L's left, right, and centre.
What's the main L that we think Manham have been taking this week?
What's that brother's name? Actually no. I don't even think that's an L on him. I think that's an L on her. Quavo's taking an L this week.
Ooh.
Quay.
He needs to hold that. Take
Quay.
care.
Let's go on a modern day stroke.
How many women? Have you seen how many women have captioned their photos? Take care. Because that's what. So we got.
The one that killed me, maybe I'll edit it in there, but the one that killed me is when they put Sweetie on the Drake cover.
She's a bad bitch. But the bitch get slick. I'm a cut a bitch.
I like the one where there's no sound in it. The TikTok one where she's like, I'm a bad bitch.
Bitch get slick. The acapella.
Yeah. That one kills me, fam. But nah, what's that brother's name?
Derek Jackson.
Yeah, Derek Jackson. First off, if your name is spelled like that,
Jackson.
Jackson,
Michael Jackson.
you're a problem.
That's how Jabria said.
What?
When Laurent said, Jabria, are you smart?
Yeah.
And he said something like a math equation. So let's say he said something like, what's 9 plus 10? She said, Michael Jackson.
Is that what she said?
Have you not seen the
No,
Michael Jackson one?
I haven't seen that one.
He asked her a normal question and her answer was Michael Jackson. She is so
Laurie's my
funny.
favourite though, man.
Laurie is
Laurie's just
a gangster.
Laurie's a
Yes.
thug.
She said yes. Yes. Laurie, are you smart? Yes.
Fam, Laurie
Bloody
is so
gangster.
funny. Fam. But nah.
Derek Jackson.
Yeah, Derek Jackson.
Big mistake.
That guy's crazy, man. That guy's crazy. I feel like he
And I don't know that they listen to the
Cat.
we for it.
Fam, nah. How did this guy create this manifesto? That's what I was talking about with orchestra. This crescendo of madness.
Oh,
how
crescendo.
did he do this? Because it's nuts, Like, you've made a life off of black men don't cheat, being faithful. Do you know what's so
He's
crazy?
even a Christian. I mean, oh God.
I saw the woman that exposed him,
Yeah.
like the radio personality woman that exposed him.
I didn't even know who exposed him.
Fam, she came with receipts and she was like, this girl, he went this place with this girl, and she was like, I DM'd him before, and I told him I was gonna get him, and he told me, you ain't got no proof, you ain't got no evidence, you need to stop, like, he laughed at her, and she was like, well, you ain't laughing now. You ain't laughing now.
That's how you clear a bitch.
She told his ass up.
She said, now check that.
Yeah, now check that. But she started a wave. And then, his whole world started crumbling down. And, started doing this with the missus, squeezing
He
hell
was
out,
holding
man.
her hand so tight.
Looking at her like,
So, obviously, she's like, if you guys haven't seen it, basically, Derek Jackson, the guy who coined the phrase, black men don't cheat, cheated a multitude of times on his wife. He's also an alleged man of God, a Christian, as is his wife. And he's been exposed for having done so. Now, most of the time, I don't really care about people's infidelities. Doesn't really shake me, move me.
yeah.
It's got naught to do with me. However, this particular man, I feel like nobody likes it when you're a hypocrite, and I think that's why he's getting so much stick for it, because he's not gonna be the first guy to cheat on a world stage. It's not the first time.
On a world stage.
When Offset cheated on Cardi.
That is the best reaction to if I ever get cheated, or if I ever cheat and I ever like get caught, or I wouldn't know. Touch wood. Knock on wood. But if I ever get caught in a madness, or if I ever, like caught in 4K, I'm saying I got hacked. I'm saying I suck balls. That's what he was saying. That was hilarious.
Yeah.
I got hacked. I suck balls. Nah, man.
He was here acting like his account was being compromised. But in the end, obviously, you know that he knew he did it. He was doing that
Offset as well. That was the funniest.
You sound like you, my guy. You sound like you. You're even tweeting like yourself. Don't do that. Don't do that. If you want to be in disguise, you need to actually be disguising yourself somehow. But I think, obviously, he did this whole big display. I'm sorry.
If I came on stage,
turning up on stage. Don't do that either. But oh my God, what was he saying? Your Honor, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Bam, nuts. But
I think you know the one I'm thinking of.
Which one?
But I think your sister might be
having my second son.
Yo, single niggas in America, somebody needs to get a hold of them. But anyway, I feel like obviously he did up apology. They got back together. No, like really, nobody can say or do anything about somebody forgiving their partner for infidelity. Same with J and B. No, like, who are you to speak on Beyonce's relationship at this point? Because she can do what she wants in her marriage, right? Cool. The problem with Mr. Derek Jackson is you have her sitting up here holding your hand like Beyonce decided when the information was going to be released and how. And it was clear that by the time he was allowed to rap on it, they were past it.
Yeah. I feel like even for him to feel comfortable to rap about it, they were past it.
They were past it. Do you get what I'm saying? She said what she needs to say. She's addressed it in whichever way she needed to address it. And now, I'm sure he got the all clear. You're not just going to come out here and start talking about, this is family business. Like, this is for the... Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just do that. But obviously, they have gotten past it to a point where she felt comfortable with him now publicly talking about it. And you've been caught out. Now I have to sit here and do United Front. You're going to hold my hand like you've never held a hand before. And you're doing, me and my wife. And now people are bantering me in the comments and you're there joining them. How's hot? It's very, very hot. And I feel like somebody tweeted, Christian women are the best. You can cheat on them and they just blame the devil. And you just pray and blame the devil about it together. And I said, you know what?
No.
Yeah.
It was like
it's true.
Fam, like them lot were doing that, and she was like, "You call this a bonnet, I call this my helmet of salvation."
It's a body.
You call this an army t-shirt, I call this my battle scar. Fam, like you can be very much. I don't know, man. You can be very much not dictated, but directed by your faith and your actions, and regardless it is within the Christian spirit to forgive. However, don't now cheat and just only blame the enemy. Like that's like saying everything you do wrong in your life is the devil.
It's like there has
there's some aspect of accountability that you're shifting.
Yeah, exactly. If you say it's purely the devil, then you have to think about what repentance actually means. Why do you say sorry for things the devil did then?
Yeah, the devil led me to do this.
So why did you say sorry to God? Do you get what I'm saying? Why did you say sorry?
Because that's you working on, because then you're just saying, oh yeah, I'm working on the spirit of the devil within me. No, you need to work on you as well.
You need to work on, first, you stood up there and you made vows and a sacrament before God that you were going to be faithful to this person. And you didn't do that. You broke your promise with God. The devil didn't break your promise with God. He got his own problems. He's got big...
Devil causing mayhem everywhere else.
He's got bigger fish to fry. That guy is busy. He's busy causing all sorts of destruction. I think you need to be owning your thing. Madness.
Distraction.
Disgrace. You need to own your thing.
The scar on his face.
You need to own your thing. Do you get what I'm saying? I feel like you need to own your thing sometimes, and you need to say, yo, I did this. I messed up. Guess what? Christians can mess up too. Black men do cheat. I said it.
But that's what I mean. Like, That's why, like, even when people were getting
when it's your brand.
that's why people were even getting onto Dave and stuff with the whole colorism thing, which I think it was funny, to be honest. Like, I don't think any of that was like too serious. But
people weren't serious. They said maybe the black girls were taking the pictures. I think that's what did it for me. When he said, they caught me in 4K, man. That's why I was dying. It's tight.
But even with that, I feel like more people get offended with when they hear these allegations of him dealing with white girls because of black.
Yeah.
Like the song Black. Or is that if you're pro-black and it's like if Dr. Umar today got a white woman pregnant.
After you said it's an African-only live stream.
Exactly. That's why I feel like there's different extremes to stuff.
But also you have different expectations of certain people when they say certain things. But I just feel like anybody can fall from grace. I really do think that. Like, and also I don't think that just because you talk a big game, doing something that isn't what you talked about is a fall from grace as well. Yeah. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say that I would personally date outside my race, because I wouldn't. It's just not for me. Sorry, I like black people, romantically speaking. But I feel like don't do that. But I feel like I don't care who other people date, especially if you put respect on me. Like, I especially don't care if Dave is truly dating white women,
because he puts respect on a black
Dave's not coming
name,
out on the internet talking about this is why I date white girls because black babes are this and that. Like some of y'all coons, okay? Yeah. That's why I don't care personally. Do you know what I mean?
He's so funny.
He's actually a psycho.
He says a lot of left stuff, but he's so funny, fam. Like, I have my memes gallery, like my memes folder.
It's when he raises one eyebrow.
Fab is the one where he's like, you're in competitions on the phone. You're in competitions on the phone. Or he's like, I hope he likes me.
He's a mess. No, he's a mess.
Yeah, no. But
that's what I'm saying. Speaking like to bring it back to Derek Jackson, I feel like I don't even want to give this man a platform, but whatever it is, it's trending. It's a current affair. I feel like you're allowed to talk about not cheating and then cheating, but when you do anything that's not your brand, people are going to talk about it.
People are going to look at you left.
100%. And I think the only way you can do it, like the only way you can not flip it, but the only way that you can respectably talk about it is if you own it. Yeah. Don't not own it. Because I feel like what he's doing now is like, yeah, I did this, and now trying to use it as an entertainment opportunity. Fam, and I don't like that, because
they said that they'd already addressed this like amongst themselves. Granted, great. Do you feel like he should have come public with it before like it came out?
No. I don't believe in like, oh, let me beat them to the punch. Listen, you did it already.
No, sometimes I feel like you got.
It depends on where it
like
is.
Kevin Hart's thing, he had to come out before that.
Yeah, true. But this is my thing, that I feel like you've done what you've done. I know you've done what you've done. I don't think we need to address it. I think that's where I have a problem with what he did. And granted, I don't know what part she played in deciding to wear her helmet of salvation to the video, but I feel like they obviously had a conversation about a united front and, you know, let's do this together, this is a marriage, this is a partnership type of thing. You're the cheater though. I'm sorry, I am not the reason for this. Whether they were having problems or communication issues or whatever the reasoning, if there was a reasoning behind it, was, you did it. It's your action. You own your action. When you sit here and you make your videos, do I sit here with you reacting to videos? Do I sit here with you talking about black men not cheating? No. So you own your thing in front of your audience. Because you know something, I knew who he was. I didn't really know his wife. I had never been on her own personal account. I had never really cared to listen to what she had to say, per se. She's not the public figure, you are. Granted, yeah, they're a partnership, but again, people of course would have cared if Beyonce wanted to come out and talk about her relationship with Jay-Z. She has her own audience. Beyonce is not Jay-Z's wife. She's Beyonce. If anything, since the incident, the Beehive have been calling him Beyonce's husband. Do you get what I'm saying? Because that's how you're moving now. Like, people have, you know, removed that status from him, but not everybody. Some people still want brunch and they want a coffee, a sit down to pick his brain, naturally. But I feel like You don't have to drag me into this. You already stepped out. Now I have to come and sit here and talk about that while you talk about it and just hold your hand. What is that? Why can't you own your thing by yourself? When you commit crimes, do I hold your hand to the jailhouse?
What, to the what?
Jailhouse.
You say that like a Ghanaian mum, to the jailhouse.
Jailhouse. I'm not going to hold your hand to prison.
For any particular reason.
Quick! I'm trying to woman. Listen, do you know how much I love that tune?
Fam.
Listen, I don't know. Like, you can't put me into prison. My bro, I want a particular reason.
Before we move on, yeah, when you said the Kevin Hart thing, and I started laughing afterwards.
Yeah.
It's because I saw. You see when he put up his daughter, and then Jocelyn commented underneath said, "Is this real?
Is this real?" He even responded.
Did he respond?
Apparently, say yes.
Nah, damn.
Jocelyn is a troll.
Jocelyn's such a bastard. And she was that. Then she put up that picture of the reunion thing, and she was like, my favourite aunties.
Because they look old as hell. Especially Miss Carly. Miss Carly Red. But I just feel like, yeah, man, own your thing if you did it. That's what you need to be doing. Own it. Be honest with yourself, but don't now make me have to be the one. Why I gotta be honest with all these people? You haven't hurt me enough. Now I have to come and sit. She looked so upset.
She looked distraught, dishevelled, in fact. But then again, she said afterwards that was her idea.
Yeah, but do we believe that?
No. Now you know you did. It's so late now that, you made this look so left now that I don't believe anything that you say.
Because my thing is, if they had started that conversation and she had been like, "Hey, you guys, I felt like we needed to address this, so I decided that we should come and sit and talk about this. Now I'm gonna give the stage to Derek and he's gonna go through what happened." Then at that point, you've already prefaced this. Maybe people still might not have believed her based on how she was, her body language. Like, body language is real. Let's be so real. Like, you're not gonna tell me you looked bare like you cared and you didn't care. I'm so sorry to say, but there's a literal science behind it. You looked like you were on the ropes. More time, you don't look like you're on the ropes when you're not on the ropes.
But then when I watched her live, or when I
on her live, she was giving us energy.
Yeah.
She was giving us energy.
I haven't watched it. The only thing I saw was the Salvation thing, and it looked like she had the same kind of.
She had that
expression. Do you know what I mean?
People say that that's just her face, but I don't know, y'all.
That's why I feel like when man them do that, they can't. I feel like there's a lot of responsibility or a lot of pressure to put that on a woman, or like naturally, like if you're gonna address it publicly, even if she wants to, feel like you're the one. Even though you've done her wrong, she has to come and step in front of it as well. Like what you said, even though she's not the one that cheated, she'd have to come and intro it. Do you know what I mean? Because it makes
so that
it
people
seem
knew that she wasn't under duress,
yeah,
which is just
it
not
makes
fair.
it seem like
which is why he shouldn't have addressed it.
You're Mrs. Jackson's husband, like with you saying about Jay-Z's husband. I mean Beyonce's husband. Being Jay-Z, like.
But like now, that is who you are because look what you've done. Look what you've done. I feel like this is why he shouldn't have addressed it. I don't know. Personally, I'm gonna tell you lot now, yeah. I'm not addressing my scandals. I'm not. Like, there may come a point in life where I'm forced to, because you just don't know what your PR is gonna be like. But as it stands, I'm not coming to sit on the internet. And I don't understand the concept. And apologise to you people. I've apologised to my partner.
Yeah, you don't owe us anything. It's just
but
because,
now I feel
to be
like
honest,
you do.
because you built the. Do you know what I mean? Because you built the brand of that.
Yeah.
If I didn't build the brand of anything, and something else in my personal life happens, why the hell do I need to come and adjust
your
it?
damn business. First of all, how about you check yourself?
And
You don't throw stones from a glass house. You cheated on your girl. You're on the internet kikiing about how somebody's wife looks so upset. What about your wife? Your kids ain't eating, okay? You lot are crying because you don't want to pay child maintenance. The kids are hungry.
Somebody put a picture of a baby on the floor, and then the girl's tapping. It's like, "Mommy's gonna feed you."
And the baby's on fire. Like,
"Mommy's gonna feed you in a second. She just has to come under Justin LeBoy's."
I don't get pressed over internet shit, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah,
truly. Like, it's a topic of convo, it's fun to talk about, but I'm not truly pressed over internet shit. If I'm gonna do something, I'm not about to let you lot bully me into apologising to you for something that I've done to my partner. Are you sick? I should apologise to the person that I've hurt. And if I hurt you lot, the reason why, like I said, that he has to keep addressing it is because it's his brand.
And you made like people bought.
You made people buy into your alleged character.
That's Inception in real life.
Like,
you planted the idea.
And now you gotta say sorry for it because, boy, you've made people think that they can act a certain type of way for success. Now, if Sierra was to move mad after everybody's been asking her what was the prayer, you kind of got, now you're accountable in a way that you didn't need to be.
Somebody put up Papoose and Russell Wilson and said you the last. They said one down, two to go.
That's it. They're the last faithful black men left on the planet, fam.
And then somebody said, I can't remember who it was. Maybe it was Joe Budden. Somebody said, but when that shit come from Papoose, it's gonna be
it's
different.
over. It's over.
Yeah, because the Papoose.
She'll shoot him. He's not playing with her. He's not playing with her.
You know what?
Would you play with Remy Ma?
Now you say that, she would shoot him.
Exactly. And that takes us onto our topic, to be honest. Remy Ma, female rappers.
Yeah, black queens.
We love a black queen. We stan, to be honest. So I really wanted to talk about rap women, and I guess the thought process came from that Drake line. They take the grace from the past to compare us. I wonder if they never survive in this era. Recreational, pull all your skeletons out the closet like Halloween decorations. I know,
fam, but that's what they were doing with my. Anyway, literally what we just said. Anyway,
yeah, pulling out the
you know what? That's a banging segue. You've done well.
I'll just be out to myself. I'm proud of me.
Shaban, look at you and your duffel. You're
I'm proud. People who haven't seen that video aren't gonna know what I mean, but anyway. So I felt like when we talk about rappers, particularly rap babes, rap bitches, whatever we calling them.
I mean, if you're addressing women as bitches.
I'm not addressing women as bitches. It's more like when they refer to themselves as rap bitches.
For the sake of this video, I mean, I'll do that as well.
No.
just for
what do you mean by that? Nah, but do you know what I'm saying? I feel like we talk about female rappers as though they're like a branch off of rap. What do you think about that?
I feel like is whatever gets the main attention is gonna be branched, gonna be held as that. Like,
you mean like football?
Like Olympics, Paralympics, football, men's football, and then they say women's football.
But the reason why I don't agree with Olympics, Paralympics is because disabled people with accessibility needs have quite literally been physically excluded from the competition, which is why their own competition was created. I'm talking about like
different from
rapping is rapping, right? So why am I a female rapper and you're a rapper?
That is fair.
Do you get what I'm saying?
But then
I feel like it's more relevant with
very
soccer,
good point, you know?
football. Like, why are you a footballer and I'm a female footballer?
But then again, that's a different competition though. Like, they're not in the same competition.
Because they've been separated. But in rap, you're not separated. Yeah. Music is just music, no?
That's very true.
We don't call male vocalists.
But
we just are singers. No, but they're just all singers. When you say singer, in the category of singer, it's all types of people.
When you think of singers, like just the phrase singers, do you think of men or women first?
I don't think of gender. If I'm honest,
who's the first singer now?
Beyonce.
I feel like,
but that's because of who I listen to.
Yeah, do you know you're right?
Do you know what I'm saying? For some people, like back day, for some people you think of singer, they think of Sam Cooke straight away. Do you know what I mean? For some people, you think of singer, they think of Ma Rainey. Like, it really depends on who you're listening to and when you're listening to them, and equally, I guess, who's popping. But I always find that, like, no matter how popping a female rapper is, she's still a female rapper and not a rapper, even if the era is the same.
See, for me, I don't always view it like that, innit? Like, there's some rappers that I just view as rappers that are women, whereas
like,
I don't view some people female rappers. Like No Name, I wouldn't call No Name a female rapper.
Why? See, now this is interesting. Why?
But then I think maybe that's because of what she raps about.
What? Because she's a conscious rapper.
Because no name raps about like blackness. Like she raps about blackness, about
she's an activist.
Yeah, about problems in the world, or even like no name like it's like I feel like I respect her pen so much
that she's no longer a female rapper and she's now a rapper.
Yeah, maybe and that's a problem. Now you've said it, like that's a problem because like her, Lil Sims, I don't view them as female rappers. I just view them as rappers. Whereas
this is just so interesting.
I'm being real.
No, and I like that.
Who else do I say is just a rapper? I don't listen to that many female. About to say it again. I don't listen to that many women that rap. I'm being so real. I don't. It's just because a lot of the time the topic matter doesn't cater to me. Like, I guess maybe it's from a misogynistic point of view, but I guess that's a hate crime now. So I gotta be careful with what I say. But it is coming from a misogynistic point of view because, or just like a male centric or male focused point of view because. I can listen to, but at the same time, I don't even like listening to brothers just talk about fucking bad girls like left, right, and center. Like, that's not why I care about that. I can listen to that Throat Baby song.
Throat Baby.
I want it just because it's mad catchy, like, and I like the remix as well. Like I like to be fun, like I like that tune, but I wouldn't listen to that brother's whole discography. I'll probably
listen to City Girls.
I don't listen to City Girls. I listen to the City Girls songs that come out, but for me to sit down and listen to a City Girls project tape, I'm not gonna do it. Just because your topic matters don't really engage me. I only like your songs because girls like your songs. Do you get what I mean? Exactly. That's why I like your tunes. That's why I could. What's that tune? How do you even go again?
Real ass bitch.
Yeah, real ass bitch. Give a fuck about Nick. Like I can listen to that.
Act up.
But I won't put that on just because what you're talking about doesn't cater to me.
But
like,
Little Yachty, but Little Yachty wrote it.
But he was writing from a woman's perspective. I write songs from women's perspective as well.
I think it's hit. I can't imagine that guy but I can. When I think about the fact that I can't imagine him saying, did you see the video?
Nah.
There was a part of the video where he was like, no, you need to, he said to Carisha, she needs to say it like this. He was like, basically, we need more of him.
It's Young Miami.
Yeah. It's Young Miami and I can't listen.
See, I can't, but I want to listen to that. Same way like Meg, I've listened to one of Meg's tapes and I liked the instrumentals and stuff. And I liked the way she was rapping. Granted, some of the stuff she was saying like,
he giving his money to Megan. He know it's very expensive to date me.
I would, but I didn't listen to a new thing. I listened to one of her, like I think it's Meg Snow or
Tina Snow.
Tina Snow, yeah. I listened to Tina Snow. I was just like, these beats
are
knocking. like my speakers is thumping, bro. And I was just like, the energy in this was lit. And I feel like maybe the energy took away from what she was saying. But I don't.
You think?
Like
I don't think so.
No, like, not took away from what she was saying, but I wasn't focused on what she was saying. I was focusing more on like, her delivery and her energy. Whereas I don't want to listen to like girls talking about like sucking dick and stuff. Like I don't. Like it doesn't. I don't care.
You don't care.
I don't care, and maybe that's why I don't view them as like rappers. I'd be like female rappers. But then a lot of.
But do you think that so? Do you think that rappers who are women who rap? Rapping bitches, and rapping these bitches until all of these bitches, I swear. Do you feel like...
my nigga, man.
Do you feel like that's why you don't see like No Name as a female rapper? Because she doesn't rap in any way about like being sexual?
But No Name does though.
Yeah, like, but she does it. What do you think is poetic?
She does it in like a cool way. Like,
do you think it's cool or do you think it's palatable?
Maybe it's palatable.
But then in other ways, No Name is not palatable.
No Name is very unpalatable, like, in terms of, like, what she talks about in general. Like, I follow her on Twitter and stuff. And No Name is, like...
You're really not... If you don't like her...
you're not going to like her.
I like her, though.
And I feel like that's why, like, because she's very much individual, but then I feel like that's kind of, like... It is hypocritical. I was going to say hypocritical, like I said earlier. God, man, I don't know what's wrong with me.
English is not Englishing.
Fam, but it's very hypocritical because I can listen to a male artist that's not that different. but at the same time, that's not like so polarizing.
Mm.
And he could be like very similar to other people. But again, it's like I don't like people that are just like so repetitive with like the way they say things, and I feel like that's a lot of female rappers are afforded the luxury of doing that because they make bops.
But I don't think that's why that's the case. I think that women who rap have had to carve out the luxury to talk about trivial shit as compared with not, because they should be allowed to, because guys who rap can. Like, if a nigga raps, he can literally rap about anything. There are few, and like people act like there are bare people who think like this, but there are few people who are like, no, I need that rap to be conscious. I need it to make me think. There's not bare people who need that from a rap track. Like, there are not a lot of people who need that from a rap track. But then there are, let's say, for example, if we give, let's say, 3 different types of rappers, yeah? Mm-hmm. So let's go The Baby. I don't really listen to him. But let's go The Baby.
I can't listen to The Baby.
But listen, I'm going to give you 3 different types of rappers.
Mm-hmm.
But they all rap about completely different shit, but the same shit at the same time. Yeah. The Baby can rap about the same thing as J. Cole. They're not going to rap about it the same, but they can rap about it. They can both rap about the day that they lost their virginity. It could be the exact same shit. And then another rapper, a completely different style of rapper, 50 Cent. These are 3 rappers who are nothing alike in any way. They do not make similar music, but every single one of them can make a song about losing their virginity in whichever way they like to rap, right? Some would say, I can't listen to The Baby, it sounds like a noise, right? Some would say, yeah, but 50 Cent shit just thumps. It's a bit jumpy. Like, I'm not really listening to him for flow, which I think that's kind of cap, because I think his flow when he was in his rapping bag, he was rapping. And others might feel like, J. Cole's a bit slow, a bit boring for me. On the flip, there are people who prefer his style of rap. They feel like they get it. They feel like it's poetic. They feel like it's conscious. It's not everything J. Cole says that's conscious.
Yeah.
I don't want to say he's not woke, but just because you're woke doesn't mean you always rap about woke shit, if you get what I mean. And he doesn't always rap about woke shit. Again, you can say, oh yeah, like there's influence from, I guess, labels and like what you're allowed to rap about or what you think will get you what the chart toppers will be. Like when, because people even laughed at him, but when he did let Nas down, people were bantering him, but it's like as in, I can't believe I let Nas down. Like, when he did let Nas down, that was a personal thing for him because he wasn't making the music that he wanted to make, but that music was Workout was jumping. I don't care what anybody says, but he's not talking about the same stuff in Workout that he's come to talk about on Forest Hills Drive. Do you get what I'm saying? But it's like, why can men who rap talk all their shit without it being seen as like, I'm trying to make a point of talking my shit? Do you get what I'm saying? Okay,
because you lost me for a bit, but I get where you're going.
That was the point I'm getting at. All these men can talk about the same thing in different ways and then flip it and talk about a different thing in a different way or in the same way, but it doesn't look like they're making a point of talking about it. Or not, like nobody complains that, why is so-and-so making a point of talking about the fact that he's rich because he's rich? Why does Megan make it a point of talking about the fact that her ass is fat because her ass is fat, bro? Why does she make a point of talking about the fact that he knows he's giving his money to her because she talks that cash shit? Why can't she, growing up in the same Houston as a next babe, talk about it like a guy if that's her experience? Or even if it's not, because niggas be lying on tracks anyway.
I feel like it's because we sexualize women.
That's exactly what I wanted to come to.
Yeah, I feel like it's because we sexualize women. But yeah, I get what you're saying, because I feel like we've sexualized them to a point where, like, if they now talk about other stuff, then it's like they're conscious or they're another type, like Rhapsody. Like rap, like people be like, oh, you'll get put in the no name and Rhapsody bag, and it's like, oh, these are women lyricists. They're not just women.
They're not just rappers,
That
but they
you-
are.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Is that that's the way they're viewed, and I get it. I get it. I don't really know what's the solution to that, because I don't know what's the solution for them, like now, because the way it is now is the way it is now. Granted, things can change, people can view people differently, but that's the way it is now, innit? I don't know what them lot can do to change their perceptions now. I feel like it's kind of set in stone.
But do you think?
Because
do you think that comes from comparison to previous greats? To get back to the quote, so for example, the Little Kims, the Foxy Browns, the Trinas.
I feel like because them lot were on gang shit, innit? Like they were saying that gang shit in their bars, and it's like they had not that they had flows and stuff, because they did. That's evident, but it's them lot moved like niggas. What the perception of niggas were. Do you get what I mean? Like Lil Kim would be like, I'm fuck this nigga and he can get out. Like,
but that's the exact same shit these lot are saying.
Yeah, but I feel like the way them lot did it, or at least the era in which them lot did it, makes everything seem better. Do you get what I mean? And maybe that's just because it's hindsight. Because people look at that era of male rappers and be like, nobody raps like them lot anymore.
But it's like people do.
Same way that people look at the female rappers from those eras and be like, nobody raps like them anymore. But they do. But then at the same time, it's like, because of, I guess, where rap was or hailed as, it's like stuff being written and stuff like that. It's like, okay, you're this rapper, this rapper. Plus, there wasn't that many rappers either.
There weren't as many rappers in life.
Like, that's what, like,
as there are now.
Like,
yeah,
as much as there's
sure.
the argument of the female rappers, like, even within, like, the male side of things, like, there's so many littles that you're just like, these men are all just the same. Like, they just talk about perks and popping, like, pills and da-da-da.
Yeah.
Whereas, if there was a female rapper that was just talking about doing drugs, you'd be like, she's a nitty. But that's the way I view these mandem, though. Maybe I'm not the best person to ask, but that's the way I view it. I don't really know if there's that, like, a female rapper that's only talking about doing drugs and stuff.
I don't know.
Because you just look like you're done out.
But this is what I'm saying. When you're ahead of your time, you always look crazy.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how I feel about a lot of women who rap. I feel like when they're doing it, it's like, why are you doing that for the time? Because we speak about people like Lil Kim from, again, a perspective where she's not rapping anymore, right? Obviously, nobody can take away from the fact that she's cold, and people know that. But there were a few things about her era when it came to women rapping. One, they were heavily co-signed
by a gang of niggas
because they really were a gang.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like they were heavily co-signed by the people, but equally, like, you were in your area as well. If I'm a Brooklyn rapper, I'm a Brooklyn rapper. Do you get what I'm saying? So she was rapping with the New York niggas because that's who they were. Do you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I feel like now, because of how, I guess, big the world is and the internet existing and people moving around and stuff like that, I feel like you can be from somewhere and have respect from the people who are from there. Like, Houston people love Meg, you know? Like, they rate her for the most part, and I saw that when everything happened with the Tory Lanez thing. But it's like, people who you might look at and think, yeah, that guy's cold, they rate her thing because they know that she's cold, and they take out the fact that, she's a woman who's rapping, and think about the fact she's a Houston rapper. She's a rapper from Houston. Do you know what I mean? I just feel like it's interesting looking at the differences in perception for somebody like Saweetie. Not the best example, but for somebody like Saweetie as compared with a rapper like MC Lyte or Queen Latifah. Queen Latifah bloody cold.
Do you know what I deep talk my difference is?
What?
With male rappers and women rappers. I feel like, or at least like, I listen to like more personal music. Whereas I feel like loads of music that women rappers make isn't personal.
Isn't personal to you?
Probably that's it. Or it doesn't feel like it's personal to them. Or at least the songs I hear. Because let's say if, from my perspective, you don't listen to City Girls, you don't listen to Meg Thee Stallion, So it's like the songs that you hear on radio are going to be the not popular ones. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like it's not a big ask, but it's an ask to get to say to somebody, oh, you've heard this radio song that isn't about any of this. Go and check out the rest of their project. Do you know what I mean? You naturally, as like regular people, go to music that you like or that you're interested in. So if you're man, then like, I feel like you're, at least from me, is you're asking me to give this person a chance. Rather than, oh, I come across their music and I like it. No, you're asking me to like to dive deeper into their discography and stuff. Yeah. Which is granted, that's what the artist has to do. I don't have to do that.
But isn't that like any other music you would hear?
That's what I'm saying. But if I'm saying I've heard this Drake song on the radio and he's talking about this babe that he's upset about and just hold on, we're going home.
That's relatable to you.
I might be like, oh, this is relatable. Yeah. And I'm going to be like, do you know what? I might listen to the rest of this brother's thing, like. Whereas if there's a flag,
yeah, I could see it in my peripheral.
Well, then if it's like a girl talking about, actually, if it wasn't a girl talking about heartbreak or something, I'd be like, like someone with
rapping about heartbreak.
That's what I mean.
I feel, but this is what I'm trying to say. I feel like
if a girl, I haven't heard a girl rap about heartbreak like that.
They probably exist though. I think there's reasons why like certain types of music are popular. There's the time that we're living in, what the stories are. Like women talking their shit, women making money is happening right now.
Yeah. That's what I'm going to talk about.
That's what I'm going to talk about. If I can buy myself a Birkin, or if I want you to Birkin bag me, and that's the culture right now, that's what people are going to talk about.
Yeah, you're right, still.
I feel like on the internet, particularly, what I see, the discourse on Twitter is like, oh, why do women want to rap about this? This is what's happening to me, my guy.
They're rich enough for this to be like their.
That's my reality.
Their life.
If that's happening to me, why would I talk about something that's not happening to me? Heart shit, flipping, growing up in the ghetto, we wore the same clothes. I'm gonna wear the same thing, grow up in the ghetto. Or if you like, do you get what I'm saying? It's a completely different vibe. That's why. Drake said that for himself, and he knows he said that for himself, that people are thinking, yeah, Drake good, but how can Drake call himself a legend if somebody like Biggie Smalls is a legend?
But you don't know what's going on.
He's saying, you're taking that great to compare me, would he survive now? And it's like, well, no, because era-wise, there's a reason why the music he was making was so poignant for its time. And I think that women who rap should be afforded that same luxury. Yeah, Kim was sexy and greasy at the same time, but Queen Latifah didn't need to be sexy because she was greasy. Like, you kind of should be able to be... Do you get what I'm saying? MC Lyte was an MC, literally, in and of itself. But you were, like, you can and should, I think, as a woman who raps, be allowed to be who you are. And if sexy is that, that's what you should rap about. I don't want to see now Meg sitting down going, I'm going to tell you about my life. Yeah. I'm going to tell you about my life. Like, I don't, like, I'm not listening to you for that.
About my life.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Was it like, sorry to everybody that disappointed me.
I was even thinking about so many things.
Have you seen Harvard?
No, she hasn't.
Melania.
Oh, no,
Melania. Bro. You were 2, then you were 3, then you were 4, then you were 5, and you have to stretch for your gymnastics. Sometimes it hurts your toes. Do you know it's not her birthday? It's her. I think it's her sister's birthday that she did that. This whole time, I thought it was her birthday.
Everybody was looking at her.
Fam, she got up on That's like you coming up on Leona's birthday being like, Leon. Leon.
Telling a story. She's the talented one, that's right.
Thinking of so many things.
She's performing. She's the live PA. You're not going to do that at my birthday, by the way. I'll knock it off. I'll knock this cake over. Play with me. I'm knocking the cake.
Fam, yeah, they need to blow out the candles like that girl did.
Do what Dave Chappelle did. You know he runs from the table when he...
Oh, yeah.
Smack the glass down and run. What do you think you're doing? I think the burden is heavier for women who rap a certain way, to be respected as a rapper.
I agree.
Because I feel like a guy can go in the studio and it's like, if you relate to it and his flow's cold, then he's cold. But I feel like with women who rap, men are like, I don't relate, so I don't think she's good. And it's like, you don't like we don't have to relate to you lot to recognize that you can rap. Like, if the tune is bumping, the tune's bumping. I'm not a guy. I don't identify as a guy. I don't relate to what you're talking about. But there are always pockets of relatability because we're human beings. Women have been singing songs about women that men have made for years. We've been rapping along calmly, you know. No complaints. We've been rapping along. We've even changed it from she to he because it's still relatable. Just because you're talking about a girl and I don't like women doesn't mean I can't put myself in your shoes for the tune. And it's like, man can do it when it's a singing song. Man will be singing Fantasia when I see you like they were there. Like they felt it. And it's like, it's okay when we're singing. But when women start rapping, it's like, yeah, I can't relate to that, you know. She talking all that sit on my face stuff. You've had your face out on though.
But is that...
Do
you know what it is? I'm not taking away from anything you said in it. But in terms of like singing, I feel like because singing is so much of a vulnerable act in itself already, like I feel like singing is way more vulnerable than rapping. Like, because rapping, you can put on a bravado and rap. I feel like with singing, you can try and do that, but it's very weird. Like, if you look at like music in general, somebody said this the other day, like they said like, this tracks is so funny. Like, this is niggas with poetry get offended at each other and say, I'm gonna write a poem about you, and then put it on a beat. Like, that's maddening. But then if you look at singing, that's somebody, like, what is singing? What's the expression of singing? Do you get what I mean? Like, if you think about like the science of actually like getting that out of your voice, like, it's weird. That's a very, very vulnerable thing to do. Like, it's a very weird sound to make. Like, I don't know, how does your body even make, like, how does your throat do that, bro? Like,
it's natural. Some of us have it.
Anyway. Like, that's what I mean. So I feel like once that happens, is that everybody that's in that state is vulnerable already. So I feel like man, woman, whatever, you're like, this state of an act, I have to feel this already to do this. Whereas rapping, you don't. Rapping, you can, like, for the most part, you can BS anything. Singing as well, somebody can write it, whatever. But that, I guess, that feeling of this is coming from inside me is different with singing than in comparison to rapping. Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I hear it. I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. I think we shift the goalposts.
Yeah, I definitely do. But
like a good rapper, not even just for women, like for like time specific artists, I feel like we shift the goalposts a lot. It's like, oh yeah, so was never good. Let's stop capping. They were good. Yeah. Like Eminem was good.
See, but then now that, again, when you look at like stuff, like that's Eminem is one of the people that wouldn't have survived in this era.
No, which is why he hasn't.
Exactly. Like, literally, because it's like, if you look at the stuff
for his time.
If you look at the stuff he was saying, like, is mad stuff.
Crazy stuff.
It
was crazy for his time.
It's very true.
Eminem was rapping about mushrooms in a time when people weren't rapping about mushrooms explicitly.
It's true, you know.
Now, and that's why, like, a lot, and he had like skits and weird stuff that other people didn't have in their music. Equally, people thought it was groundbreaking because he's white, but I think that's neither here nor there, really. I don't find that Eminem was a better rapper because he was a white guy. But in the same way, people react to people who they don't expect to be good at something differently. So I do think that helped his career. I do think Eminem being white boosted his rap career.
Oh, of course.
Like, I will never sit here and say it has nothing to do with the fact that he's white. He's just cold. No, he was cold for his time, but he was also cold and white. It makes him more marketable. He seemed not to exist. It was part of his niche that he's the white guy rapping. Do you know what I'm saying? The white guy with flows. But he wouldn't survive in this era. But that's because he was talking about stuff that it's not groundbreaking now. Do you know what I'm saying? Or even in ways, like the way he was talking about the things. Like, what song can I think of? 3 a.m.
Nah, that's even too recent though.
It's 3 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, that's like 2010.
That song You can't release that song now.
He could.
I don't think it will slap the same.
But the thing is that album, because we liked it, but that album wasn't received great.
No, it wasn't. But even now, I don't listen to it.
Yeah,
the time has passed. But okay, if we go back to like Encore.
Mm-hmm. Encore was bad. Was universally received as bad as well.
That's why I'm mentioning.
Oh, Encore. No, I'm thinking of Relapse. Yeah, no, Encore
Relapse was bad. I'm mentioning Encore because in its time, I don't know if people listen to that now, to be honest, because people always go, Marshall Mathers LP. You weren't listening to Marshall Mathers LP at the time when he released the Marshall Mathers LP.
Yeah. Truly,
because we were young. So people who are our age talking about, I remember I was listening to the Marshall Mathers LP. That was the best. Like, you grew up and you understood it a little bit. You were still young, but you weren't, old. And you understood what he was saying. You're thinking, right, like his flows are cold. But Encore, for example, in and of its time, was slapping for his time.
50,000 people are jumping out their seats.
Like, could he release that now though? No, I don't think so. I don't think he'll slap the same.
I feel like it depends on what type of Eminem you're getting, innit? Because if it's different Eminem. Because if it's the Mockingbird and When I'm Gone Eminem, I feel like if he released that now, people are eating that up.
You reckon?
But it's like if you're releasing like, I don't know. Like, if you're releasing like not Bad Meets Evil, but if you're releasing some of the tunes that he had with
Royce the 5'9".
Like,
I think I enjoyed his era with Royce.
If you release Purple Hills, no, I like that as well.
I really enjoyed.
If you release like Purple Pills now, like no, I don't think that he's gonna get that much. But then again, we're in a druggy like. Well, I feel like the drug wave is dying though.
You reckon?
Yeah, I feel like I'm high off perks.
I got Mali. I got white.
Yeah, I feel like
those are the times when I want to that. Them days.
But I feel like
that's going away.
I feel like it's going away.
But I feel like that kind of just arrived in like 7 years ago.
That's what I'm saying. Like, who was saying this? I think it was a Joe Budden podcast. They were saying like
2013.
Music like lasting like there's 3 years is an era in music, innit? Like 3 or 4 years. Like that's how long like most people's careers survive. Like rappers.
Yeah, solidly.
Like
that's mad though if you think about it.
Fam,
isn't it mad that only like that's you're popping for that long? That's why nobody can have chat for Beyonce, by the way.
Very true. Like if you last like a decade, that's why everybody says like a decade in the game. Like, that's a very long like accomplishment because the sound changes so much.
Yeah.
Like Migos' sound has
it's had to change.
Hannah Montana, like nobody makes those type of club tunes anymore.
It's had to change.
Like Waka Flocka, like type of round of applause.
Do you remember these people?
Like them.
There are people who literally don't exist anymore, and it's literally because their era passed.
Your era passed.
Who was that group with the hair?
What?
Oh,
they were the Young Bucks.
They weren't old.
Group with the hair. What?
They were part of They were part of that era. That Kid Ink. I'm in love with the cool.
Even Kid Ink.
Kid Ink disappeared, fam.
Fam, I mean like
Eric Bellinger.
Fam, Eric Bellinger's still fighting his ass off to be here. But like that's what I mean. Them man, they don't survive because the sound changed. Like and that's just what it is. That's why like bare 50 Cent's music. Someone was saying this the other day. Bare 50 Cent's music hasn't aged well. Like Candy Shop, is you would only play that for the nostalgic sake.
Yeah.
You're not gonna throw that on and be like, like,
this is a real great concept.
Do you get what I mean? Or some of the G Unit tunes, like
G-Unit.
Maybe like
even, you know what's
even the new
great. Hate it or love it.
Fam, hate it or love it, the underdogs on top, and I'm gonna turn
onto my heart stats.
It's like that's cause again it's like a timeless. Fam, remember the time when mom was kissing a girl?
Yeah.
Fam.
Growing up, I was confused.
Like, it's some sounds change.
So do you think rap generally ages well?
Some of Biggie's stuff is aged terribly. Like in terms of like his bars, like Biggie wouldn't have survived in this era perhaps because when he was saying the whole little boy,
I don't think he would have survived in this era.
People are going to analyze you and they're going to get proof. Somebody's going to set you up because Biggie could have been saying all these sus lines,
obscure lines that people think was just rap, but it may not have been just rap.
Like when Rick Ross said that I put something in her drink, Shady, you know it.
Yeah,
his Reebok deal got taken away.
Yeah,
like
ENO it.
Fam, like
we were listening to this thinking,
fam. That's why I like the TDE remix. Schoolboy Q was like, I put something in a drink, but she asked me to.
I love some Schoolboy Q.
He was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna cram.
She wanted the pills.
She wanted the pills, and that's what I mean. Like, Schoolboy Q is a drug type rapper as well.
Yeah.
But the way he said it was different. But
yeah, Abdash.
I feel like them are dying out because we're indoors now, and none of them can make that type of music.
True.
Because nobody wants to listen to that right now.
No, it's not uplifting.
You don't want to listen to somebody talking about being drugged out.
Like, it's not uplifting. That's the kind of music you want to listen to when you're able to go outside and the sun is shining. You know, you get the
weather is sweet.
So when that is how the sun will come and affect your mental health positively. Them kinds of things. Then you can listen to that dark stuff. Me, I want to listen to when I'm at home. So a rap don't age well, is what I've concluded. A lot of it, not all of it.
Do you feel like, just to end it, innit? Do you feel like female rap ages well?
I think Lil Kim's discography has aged better than Biggie's. In terms of like things she was saying, I think she said way less problematic shit. If I'm honest, because I can think of a number of things that Biggie said in a number of tracks that I'm like, that ain't right. That's not right. But again, is that men just being really nasty generally across the board? Because are men not still saying crazy stuff now?
Niggas is just nasty, man.
Like, we need to cancel all of them.
Niggas are crazy, man.
Niggas be broke, okay? Like, I just feel like, it's just a bit, I don't know. I think that female rap will age better.
We'll see, innit?
I think, again, MC like Queen Latifah, that's just aged calm. Missy Elliott.
I feel like
their music has actually aged very well.
I feel like their music made now will age horribly.
Made right now?
Yeah.
As in 2021? Yeah.
Like, I feel like people are very much on this
what, like trend based
wave, and later on it will sound horrible.
Like N-Dubs?
Kind of, but I feel like
some of them N-Dubs tunes did not age well.
But I feel like it was just the time they were in as well. If you think of all of the tunes that were made at the time, like, I don't understand why you're number one. Like Tail Cruise is Tail Cruise. You can't listen to, like, you listen to Dynamite in a joke type way. Yeah. Do you get what I mean? What's Nathan?
It was a chart topper back then.
Nathan, what's my man's name? Nathan something.
Starboy Nathan. His name was just Nathan back then.
Yeah, like you wouldn't listen to his tunes now.
I'd listen to Lamar though.
What about now? You say
50. Are you talking? Well, did you diss me?
Step back, don't try to diss me. What about now? I'm 50-50. But
it's great.
Fam, I don't know. Again, that's singing though. Like rap songs.
So rap doesn't age well, is what we've concluded.
Unless you're dropping them classics. Yeah, but
this is what I'm saying. Because Big Daddy Kane. Anyway. If I keep going, we're never going to stop.
Jones.
Yeah, we ain't never gonna stop. Alright, cool.
Topics. Damn.
Topics. So, my first topic is I'ma leave the door open.
I'ma leave the door open.
I'ma leave the door open, girl.
I'ma leave the door open.
Hoping that you feel the way I feel when you tell me that you want me tonight. Tell me that you're coming through. Yeah, leave the door open. Bruno Mars, Anderson .Paak, Silk Sonic. That is my top. I feel like that's my top pick. I don't know why I started with that, because that is actually my top pick. I've been banging that song out. That's one of my top picks. My next top pick is going to be, in the spirit of female rappers, is going to be Missy Elliott with She's a Bitch.
Somebody was playing, I watched it. I literally watched a TikTok about it today.
It's so good.
Because Fing used it. Pills on me blue.
That is really one of the songs. And my final top pick is gonna have to be When It's All Said and Done. Giveon.
Now, part I called you for the fair dues.
That's gonna
Solid
be
bunch.
that's gonna be my final top pick. When It's All Said and Done by Giveon.
Cool. Well, speaking of blasts from the past, my first top pick is Kelis with Sugar Honey Iced Tea.
Every time I think of Kelis, I just start dancing in my head.
Boom, 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 boom. Was it you? Yeah, that's my first top pick. My second top pick is which one am I gonna pick? I think I'm picking BINA, I think is her name, with Dark Cloud.
Never heard it.
She's a UK artist. She dropped recently. I think she's dropping her second EP, or has she dropped it? I'm not too sure, but she's sick. I think you like her as well. Like, her aesthetic is cool.
Okay.
And then my top pick for this. Ooh, this is tough. I think it's 10% by KAYTRANADA with Kali and Chia. Why are you trying to lie with them? Way too long.
KAYTRANADA is a 10 out of 10 artist. That's a good artist.
Fam,
That's a
I'm
good
so happy
artist.
you got his Grammy, man.
Deserved. That's a good artist.
He's sick.
That's that. And that's it. That's a wrap, folks. And cut.
And cut. It's been your boy, Dan.
It's been your girl, Lex.
And you've been locked into
TwinPodcast.